This is Numbers with Nicole, and in this lesson we're going to find the distance between 2 points. There are 3 ways to do this. Really, all of them are Pythagorean theorem. One of the methods is to graph the segment, create a right triangle, and then count the boxes of how long they are. Another way is to do this mentally, which I'm going to show you in this lesson. And then the third way is using the distance formula. I particularly do not like the distance formula because students make mistakes plugging in negatives, following order of operations. It's just not my preferred method. I prefer the second method because what if you don't have graph paper? SAT doesn't give you graph paper. ACT doesn't give you graph paper. Not all questions where you might need to find the distance between 2 points allows for graph paper. So this method where you mentally count how far apart the dimensions are and substitute that into Pythagorean theorem is what we're going to do here. So let's do it. So we want to find the distance between these 2 points. Again, I'm not going to graph them, but I'm going to look at the x values first. So -5 to 4 on a number line or on the xy axis would mean -5 needs to take me to 0, which is 5 units, and then 4 more units to get to 4. So 5 and 4 makes 9 units apart in the x. And we're going to be plugging into Pythagorean theorem, so that distance will be 9 squared. So now I'm going to look at the y dimensions. So if we were to graph +8 and +6, those would be 2 units apart. And we are looking for the distance between those points. That could be x, that could be d, whatever you're going to call it. I'm going to call it c squared. And again, we're plugging into Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I didn't have to graph this. I'm just taking the x values and thinking about how far apart they would be on a number line, right? So if we had -5, 0, and 4, here would be 5 units, here would be 4 units. So notice I didn't count negatives at all. I'm just counting how many units to get to 0, how many units to get to that +4, and in total that is 9 units. So now we can solve this Pythagorean theorem. We can use our calculator here. So 9 squared plus 2 squared is 85. And we don't want the distance squared, so we need to take the square root of both sides. 85 is not a perfect square, and it doesn't say to leave it in simplest radical form, so we can just stop there with a distance of square root of 85. So we're going to do another example. If you feel confident that you can do this example without any help, pause the video and then check your answer. So notice on this question, they didn't give me any graph paper. They also gave me a dimension of 13. So if I was using a pre-printed graph with the 10 by 10, it's not going to fit on there. So that's why I don't like the first method of graphing, because here's a situation where I don't have graph paper readily available, and that might take some time. So I'm going to show you the second method where we just count and use Pythagorean theorem, and I will also show how to substitute into distance formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And in this distance formula, we're always looking for that c squared. In this Pythagorean theorem, we're always looking for that c squared. So I'm going to look at my x values first. 1 and 9 are 8 units apart on the number line. -2 and +13. So that would be 2 units to get to 0, another 13 units to get to 13. So that would be 15 units from -2 up to +13. And we're searching for that c squared value. 8 squared plus 15 squared is 289. And again, we don't want that squared value. We want the square root. We need to undo the squaring by taking the square root. $17. Sorry, don't mind my mental math here. And we know using the distance formula, we should get this same answer here. So for distance formula, I'm going to do 1, -2 will be my x1, y1. It's just written first. And for my n will be 9, 13, and I'm going to do that as x2, y2. Doesn't matter which one you make, 1 or 2, as long as both both coordinates have the same part in at the same order. So this x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So the little subscript 2's just mean those have to come from the same coordinate pair, either this teal blue or this, I should have picked a different color, but too late now. Okay, so for the 1's, I've put in 1, and then we're going to have a minus negative 2. Okay, and then we're going to put the blues in, so x2 is 9, and then y2 I did as 13, and now I'm going to fill in the rest of the formula here, plus. Okay, so we have to follow order of operations when evaluating this. You could put this right into your calculator, make sure it's entered appropriately. So we're going to get d equals radical 9 minus 1 is 8 squared. 13 plus 2 is 15 squared. Oh goodness, look what we have. 8 squared plus 15 squared. Then we took the square root of that sum, and we know that we're going to get 17.